Chapter 1. 1. Firebender. You are listening at famvetv.info. As a spirit floated in the void while trying to understand who it was or why it was there, a soft voice that was neither masculine or feminine broke the long silence with its words. I'm sorry, my child. The spirit turned to see a being surrounded in a bright golden light, making it impossible to make out any features other than it looking human in shape. The spirit had registered the figure apologizing while calling the spirit its child, and this confused the spirit as it began to try and speak, but no voice came out, and instead the being began to talk. You are very weak right now, so you /T be able to talk, but I will make this simple. I am God. I had accidentally made a mistake when transferring your soul to heaven after you died, and you ended up in the void. God, as God spoke, the spirit began to get interested in what God was talking about, as it couldn't remember anything but waking up in this void, but the spirit had its attention dragged towards God again as he continued to speak. I'm sorry because I haven't paid much attention to my creation known as humanity recently, as I found something known as anime and failed to notice all the problems rising, such as potential war, viruses infecting the entire world, as well as letting Lucifer play around on Earth, making people come out during quarantine for their essential screw to stop the wobble in their desk. And then we have you. The most forsaken here. You were just walking down the street minding your own business when you saved a woman and her baby from being mugged by a serial killer. God the Spirit watched as God began to weep for the loss of the spirit, but no matter how much the spirit tried to remember, nothing came to mind, and instead it just grew a happy glow as it awaited God_'s next words. I know you can /T remember anything. The reason is because the killer who decided to kill you rather than the mother and child as they ran for their lives had crushed your head, destroying your brain, and nothing was recoverable. So I have decided to give you something in return for your loss. I will send you to one of my favorite worlds so far with a system, but that /s not all. I will give you the knowledge of the entire story of the world as well as the knowledge on how to use the system. God, as God finished speaking, the spirit had a curiosity towards what God was talking about, but seeing that God was trying to be kind, the spirit just accepted his fate and left everything up to fate. The spirit then lost any kind of consciousness it had as it fell asleep into the darkness. Time skip. Soren. Time for dinner. As the voice of a woman was heard by the boy assumed to be called Soren, he perked up and quickly ran back to his home that appeared to be a wooden house big enough to house 4 people, but only 3 lived there, while shouting, "Coming, Mom. Don /T start without me." Soren entered the front door to the home and walked into the living room that was connected to the dining room and met with his mother, who was waiting for him in the living room. "Welcome home. Go wash up and come join me and your father for dinner." Mother: "Yes, Mom. I'll be right back." Soren ran off to the bathroom while his mother watched him disappear into the bathroom from behind with a smile on her face, showing the immense joy she feels when she sees her son. After a few minutes, the door to the bathroom opened, revealing Soren, who had just finished washing up and began walking to the dining room where both his mother and father were waiting for him. "Now Soren, it's rude to not use manners when at the dinner table. Respect your mother and show her proper table manners." "Ah. Yes, Dad. Sorry, Mom." Soren looked down towards his plate in a bit of shame, his mother spoke up for him. "Now Lee, go easy on Soren. He /s a growing boy who loves his mother /s cooking. And it also his birthday tomorrow, so let him off easy." "Mother, Kiko, you can /T be serious. If we don't /T teach Soren now, then what will happen when he decides to leave home, or if something happens to us here? I want our boy to grow up into a great man one day." Both Lee and Kiko began to have a small argument, leaving Soren to feel like he started it, making him feel bad as he held back some tears and spoke while getting out of the chair. "May I be excused? I don't /T feel well." Soren. Both Lee and Kiko noticed Soren\s behavior and where the source of it came from and quickly stopped their argument while letting Soren go to his room. Later that night Kiko brought some food to Soren\s room as she noticed that he had hardly touched his dinner earlier and knocked on the door before entering it. Soren. May I come in and talk with you? Kiko, you know you didn't cause that fight, right? That was your father and I trying to hold our grounds and make our stances known, but you seem to take it as your fault. Kiko, but Dad is right. I should show manners and I didn't at the table so he thought I was disrespecting you. Soren. When Kiko heard her son\s words she pulled him into a deep hug while she spoke. Oh my baby boy, singing tune. Leaves from the vine, falling so slow. Like fragile, tiny shells, drifting in the foam. Little soldier boy, come marching home. Brave soldier boy, comes marching home singing end. Happy birthday my son. Kiko. Soren had fallen asleep to one of his favorite lullabies that his mother would always sing to him to calm him down, and when Kiko saw Soren fast asleep she tucked him into his bed and left the room with the food she brought him. Good night my precious son. Kiko. The next morning Soren was awoken to a ringing sound as his head began to throb from the pain he felt as tons of information was forced into his head, and after what seemed to be hours of pain made in a matter of seconds Soren\s head began to clear as a transparent screen was seen in his vision. So this is the system. It looks interesting. Soren. As Soren said that a robotic voice was heard as his attention was brought to it. When Soren heard this he began to remember everything related to the TV series Avatar. The Last Airbender and referred back to the system for further advice. So what are you? I know about you and your functions, but why? Where did you come from and why do I know what will happen in the future? Soren, great question. First off, happy 12th birthday host. You have a special gift box awaiting you in your inventory. As for your question, I cannot answer you due to it involving the balance of the universe. Soren felt that his answer really wasn't an answer as nothing was answered for him, but after learning of a special gift for him in his inventory Soren opened it. Ding! Opening birthday special. Ding! Host has received the power to firebend, along with 3 firebender scrolls of uncommon rank. Happy birthday! Soren was a bit excited to receive the ability to firebend as when he turned 5 both his parents wanted to know if he would be an earthbender like them, but Soren was unable to earthbend. Awesome! But Mom and Dad might be upset that I am a firebender instead of an earthbender like them. Also, is there anything I can call you system? Also refer to me as Soren instead of host please. Soren, ding. Accepted Soren. You may also call me however you like, okay. I ll call you Nina then Soren what? But isn t that's something only the Avatar can do. With my current knowledge, we should be around 3 years before Aang is freed from the iceberg so I can t be the Avatar Soren, ding. Many have thought that only the Avatar can wield all the elements, but that is false. Anyone can wield all the elements if they get the blessing from the ancient lion turtles, but it is unknown where they are currently. The only thing that makes the Avatar, is his Avatar state made possible by Rava letting the Avatar tap into all the power and experience from his past lives and use all the elements at once. Ding! New quest. Learn earthbending from the Earth Lion Turtle. Time limit of 3 years. Soren was shocked to hear that the system wanted him to learn a new element even before learning how to create fire, much less bend it. Soren just sighed before he made his way out to the living room where he saw both his mom and dad waiting with a cake that said, "Happy birthday Soren," in red frosting. Soren then sat down at the dinner table with both his parents watching him intently as he ate a piece of cake, and it was then that Soren thought he tell them what he felt he had to do now. Mom, Dad. Last night I had a vision of the Avatar, and I felt like something was calling me to join him on his journey to defeat the Fire Lord. So I want to leave home to train. Soren. Listen to the full novel at famvetv.info, direct link in the description.